Hey, it's Ninja Boy. Welcome back once again to another ROM hack. This one really doesn't even have a name. It's just titled First ROM Hack. Hello, this is the Evil Koopa. You think you can beat me? We will see. So, I am taking into account this is a first time hack because it says First ROM Hack. Hey, intruder, get out of my house. At least a different text box. That's actually something you don't see very often, even in newer, or not newer, but more advanced hacks. Is half the time they don't even bother changing. What the? The box was just like odd, weird. You might want to fix this corner here, this corner over here. These are a little off just for the fact that they're not looking right. Plus, you have the tile not set to 25, which makes sprites float in it, which you want to fix. You want to use, if you're going to use the ground tile, be warned that sprites do float in it. So you want to fix the coin blocks here and the floating sprite thing. Let's see, bullet bill there. Koopas, not very. Sprite, a little bit of sprite limitation with that Koopa disappearing. Want to fix that corner there, and that corner, and this corner, and this corner, and do not put Kaizo traps like that. Kaizo traps are. They're not good. They just, that's all it comes down to. Kaizo traps are not good in any way, shape, or form. So, I would avoid them as pretty much at all costs. That's what I would say, is just do not give in to Kaizo traps. See, this is actually pretty good. It has a slight challenge to it without being extremely difficult. I actually like this little challenge pit thing. The star boxes, you might want to change those. I actually like them because they aren't invisible coin blocks, but I'm just saying if you have a certain amount of coins, they will give you a 1-up. So I'm just pointing that out. Aha. No, jump over there. There we go. 3-up moon, actually hidden and decently placed. Pretty good. As I said, avoid Kaizo traps. They aren't good. This one's pretty easy to avoid. You just have to be big, but still, it's something you want to avoid. Might want to learn eventing, which I haven't covered yet. So, if you're following my tutorials, I don't blame you for having events there, because I never went over them. Anyway, why am I going back in this level? Because there's a secret exit. Oh, a keyhole, at least. And there was a key, or a spot I never went to. No, I want my fire flower. I want my fire flower, damn it. Oh, well, that's kind of Kaizo with the, like, 1-up block right there. But at the same time, it's not just for the fact it's not over a hole or anything, it's just over munchers. So, something to watch out for is making sure you don't get too Kaizo-y. And this one, unless there's another invisible coin, or, yeah, invisible coin block, I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to get up there, unless I'm supposed to, like, springboard jump like that. Which, honestly, okay, there's another one you can say I suck at. But no, that's good. One thing you want to watch out for, being able to go over the ceilings. You can get trapped there. Sometimes you can skip entire levels. If I was actually good at it, if I got to this side over here, which is going to take me a little while, yeah, if I got over here, actually, you know, this wouldn't be too hard. One, jump, Actually, it would be harder than I expected. But, yeah, so key jumping, what I was saying. Another 3-up moon, you might want to take one of them out, because having a ton of 1-up or 3-up moons isn't it's not really that good level design wise, just for the fact that if you don't use the extended object and just use the map 16 file, they do come back, which means the player can collect them over and over, so they can get essentially an unlimited amount of lives is what I meant. All in all, if you were following my tutorials, which it kind of looks like you were, it's pretty good for a first hack. If you weren't following my tutorials, it's even better, because you did this on your own and didn't need anyone's help to get the desired effect, which really, I commend anyone that does that, or gets a hack done without people's help. But as I said, avoid the Kaizo trap. It's just not good. I know 1-ups and you could essentially keep a life, but still, it's just not. Actually, I can jump that gap. Kaizo traps just aren't good level design. That's all it comes down to. So I really would just avoid them at all costs. Most people don't like them. Most people, half the time, don't really know what to do about them. Which really, in all honesty, they're not hard to... oopsie. In all honesty, Kaizo traps aren't hard to deal with. But some people don't really know what to do with them. Come on. Stay up there. There we go. But now, okay, you did use the extended object, but now I can totally break your level and come over here. Just pointing this out for you, that easily broken. You might want to just put a roof right there for those. But all in all, this was actually pretty good for a first time hack. I'm very surprised with considering the first time hacks I've been getting, which I'm not saying all of them are bad. I'm just saying that a lot of the hacks I've been getting are kind of lower standard ones. Anyway, I'm not dead. I didn't even read the name of the level. This hack is as I said, good for a first time. There's a few things need improvement that I pointed out, like the corners on those blocks. It was actually a very decent hack or difficulty quality for a first level. The munchers were not bad. They really weren't. They weren't stacked. They weren't. There was a big long row of them, but it was very easy, as you could see in the video, to get over them, no problem. You just had to use the Koopas to bounce between the blocks, which, in all honesty, that's a perfectly fine difficulty. Even for the first world. I mean, it's not hard. The two things I did have problems with were the Kaizo traps, the 1-up block, or the 1-up blocks over the pit, which... that's just something you want to avoid. You don't want to ever trap the player and have to force them to die, or use a midway point and force them to die to get to where they need to go. Also, the Kaizo trap at the end, you want to take that out, avoid that. It's just not good. The 1-up over the munchers wasn't really bad, but little tricks like that should probably be saved for later difficulty levels, just for the fact that if you're small you die instantly, but at the same time you can get over it pretty easily without getting hurt. So this has been Ninja Boy with first time hack here, and I'll be back later. See you guys.